crazy, man. Y'all just
See, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Now what you're doing, Mr. Watson, is you're flirting with.
We're not done here.
I told the judge that we're done. We're not done.
Mine's wrong. I didn't even do anything. This is bullshit, man. They just trying to lie to get a conviction. I didn't do anything. That's crazy. I did everything you asked me to do for months. I sat on my hands. I'm in the county jail sick. I didn't do anything. They work together. I asked this man, can he call my sister on a break?
Officers, I have in my notes that Stop talking, Mr. Watson.
Do anything.
Folks, buckle in, because today's defendant might be the only man on earth who can turn a simple bond hearing into a full-scale meltdown. Meet John Watson, a detainee who insists everyone, his lawyer, the court, maybe even the Wi-Fi, is working together against him. The judge? Calm, but already exhausted. The mission today: confirm a psychological evaluation and speak to Watson's sister before considering any release. But Watson? He's too busy spiraling about schedules, conspiracies, and imaginary violations to answer a single question. And when counsel announces they cannot work with him at all, well, that's when everything detonates. And trust me, this courtroom explosion is only getting started.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Natea Scott on behalf of the people, P78816.
Good afternoon.
Renee Cooper for Mr. Watson. Sir, give us your full name.
John Watson.
Good afternoon, Mr. Cooper and Mr. Watson. Right, we're here for a continued bond hearing, and the court ordered on that date that the jail would arrange for Mr. Watson to have a psychological evaluation by January 21st.
I don't know, Judge. He indicates that he had a doctor, a psychologist, a psychiatrist come and interview him in the jail. If they did not send you a report, I just don't have any control over it.
I don't have a report. And I would also indicate that my notes reflect that Mr. Watson's sister was anticipated to join us. I don't see anyone on Zoom. Mr. Watson, sir, do you know whether your sister was intending to join us today?
Sister, she's at work. She's worked from 7 to 7. She said she said I can come home to her house. She said you able to call her. She says you able to call her whenever you at the hours of 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. He has a new company. She said she would love to come.
One moment, Mr. Watson. Mr. Watson, about what time do you think your sister would be taking a break?
My sister said she worked from
Mr. Watson, I heard that. I need you to listen to my question, okay? About what time do you think your sister would be breaking while she's at work? Because she has to have a break.
She can't break. She worked 5 days a week. She's through a new company. That's what I'm saying. This is my sister. She said, what is the problem? Because I'm gonna be on teller and y'all gonna know my location. She can't leave she can't leave her facility. She just started this new company. And she said she would love.
Mr. Watson, I'm gonna ask once more. At what time do you think your sister will take a break?
I don't know if she said
I'm still talking. Everyone who works gets a break. That's the law. So we can find out what time she takes a break so that we can get her on the phone or get her on Zoom. Because if the court is not able to speak to her, I may as well just cancel this hearing. There's no way that I'm going to even consider releasing you if I haven't been able to speak to her. And I want to be very certain. I'm not saying that I'm going to release you, but for me to make a determination whether to release you, I need to speak to her.
You can try to call her right now. I don't even know her break, but I'm trying to figure out what is the problem. This don't even make no sense to me.
Mr. Watson, I think what you're saying is because you don't understand why I'm telling you I need something that I shouldn't need it. I think it would be better for you to stop talking.
Just for informational purposes, Judge, I was able to talk to his sister, and his sister indicates that she's very happy to have him living with her, but that she's not going to be responsible for the bond. She's not putting anything toward the bond, but he's certainly welcome to come and live with her.
Well, I'm happy to know that, but if I were to grant Mr. Watson bond, at the very least, I would be requiring his sister to agree to report any violations of the conditions of his bond. So the bond is going to remain the same until I can speak with Mrs. Sister.
She doesn't have a bond.
Officer, about the psychological?
Yes, nurse long over at. Sorry, first.
Yes.
Said he spoke on the 19th with Dr. Hayes, the psychiatrist.
Dr. Hayes?
Hayes.
And-
And I'll have, if you want a copy of that report, I'll have to get medical records to see if they need to order.
I do need a copy. So I'm sorry, what date was that he was evaluated?
It's a January 19th.
How long do you think it would take for us to get a copy of the report?
I think I'll have to do it. So,
Okay. So what we'll do is we'll go off the record, and wait for the date. Just one moment.
Judge, before we do that, could I be heard?
Yes.
I and Mr. Watson simply cannot work together. I don't want to go into all of the specifics, but he sees Miss Scott and I talking, and he says, y'all are working something. Today, it's even more than y'all are working something. It's I'm working for her. I can't continue to hear that kind of complaint. And there's so many more complaints. Mr. Watson and I cannot work together. There's a breakdown. We're never gonna be well with each other.
Well, you've been practicing long enough to know whether that's the case, Mr. Cooper. And so, on your word that there's been a breakdown between you and Mr. Watson, I have no choice but to release you and appoint new counsel for Mr. Watson. Mr. Watson, that is very likely going to delay your trial, which is scheduled for March 17th, because your new attorney will need enough time to prepare for your trial. So, and I need to have a trial date in mind as part of my bond consideration. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to keep the March 17th trial date, although Ms. Scott, it won't be a trial date, it will be a pre-trial, so that we can get someone appointed to Mr. Watson. And we really need to have someone appointed before March 17th, though, now that I'm thinking about it. We'll keep the March 17th date as a pre-trial date, but we're going to get Mr. Watson appointed counsel sooner than that. We'll work on that off the record, and we'll contact everyone and let you know when we have someone so that we can bring that person in immediately for.
Internet. This right here is the Sovereign Citizen Meltdown Special. Watson hears the judge calmly explaining that he needs counsel, and instead of listening, he launches into the classic sovereign panic script. They're working together. They're lying. I didn't do anything. This is the hallmark pattern. When their fake legal universe collapses, they default to accusing the entire justice system of conspiracy. But here's the truth. None of this is admiralty law, commercial contract jurisdiction, or I don't consent territory. This is a bond hearing, not a pseudo-legal negotiation. His rights aren't activated by magic phrases. No amount of shouting overrides the court's authority. And the judge warning him he's flirting with a problem? That's judicial code for you're about to make things worse. Chat. Have you ever seen someone talk themselves deeper into trouble this fast?
Can I say something?
A
Your Honor?
calendar conference. No, sir. And it's really not in your interest to do so without counsel.
I didn't even, that's crazy, man. Y'all just.
See, this is what I'm saying. This is
I
what I'm
didn't
saying.
call my sister.
Now
Yeah,
what you're doing, Mr. Watson,
That's
is
crazy.
you're
man.
flirting with.
We're not done here.
Cause
I told the judge that we're done. We're not done.
Mine's wrong. I didn't even do anything. This is bullshit, man. They
Oh,
just trying to lie to get a conviction. I didn't do anything. That's
So-
crazy. I did everything you asked me to do for months. I sat on my hands. I'm in the county jail sick. I didn't do anything. They work together. I asked this man,
By
can
the
he
way,
call my sister on a break?
officers, I have in my notes
Oh, you
that
can take me
Mr.
back. I don't even.
Stop talking, Mr.
I didn't
Watson.
do anything, man. I'm
Okay.
innocent of this.
Can you take
I
him
did
out
everything
so
you
that we
asked
can
me to do.
watch, we're done.
Myself.
Thank you.
I did everything you asked me to do, man.
Okay.
This guy be on.
We have to wait for the officers to come back because I have a question. Yes, but officer, I have a quick question. I have in my notes that defendant wasn't taking his medication in December. Has he been taking his medication?
So.
I wanted to confirm whether he's been given his medication. I have in my notes from December that he wasn't.
I think you wrote a murder.
I did, but I just want to confirm whether he's getting his medications. Okay, so let's check about the medication as well. What's a good date to come back, Madam Clerk? Because we probably can get an attorney within the next week. And Ms. Scott, do you have a preference for a date?
No, Your Honor, I don't. At 9 a.m.?
What time?
Okay.
Okay, we'll see you then, Ms. Scott. Thank you for your patience.
Team, let's wrap this up. What started as a straightforward bond hearing spiraled because Watson simply couldn't stay focused, couldn't answer basic questions, and couldn't work with the attorney appointed to help him. The judge made it clear, before any release is considered, the court needs to speak with his sister and review the psychological evaluation. But when counsel declared the relationship had completely collapsed, something courts take very seriously, the judge had no choice but to appoint someone new. And here's the key takeaway. None of Watson's complaints, accusations, or emotional outbursts help his case. Courtrooms run on evidence, cooperation, and clarity. Not on paranoia, not on sovereignty distrust, and definitely not on yelling about conspiracies. Every time he interrupted or refused direction, he pushed the possibility of release further away. Now his trial date is delayed, new counsel must be brought in, and the court still needs answers about his medication and support system. This is exactly how sovereign-style behavior backfires, not through magic laws, but through self-inflicted chaos. If you want more courtroom breakdowns like this, meltdowns, legal fails, and wild defendant logic, go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss the next case.